Hello everyone, my name is Kasaya. I am a tarot reader and a channeler. I have some messages, so if you have found yourself here, I might have some messages for you. However, if it does not fit, do not force it. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. All right. I am back. I have my voice back mostly. It's slightly still affected, but for the most part, I have my voice back. So hopefully I'll be doing readings again. This one's actually not a reading, though. This one is an inspired message. Inspired plus reading. It's inspired because it's something that, like, when it first came out, it was just the reading. Like, when the cards came out, it was just the reading. But then in the past, I think this was like a week and a half ago that I've had this reading on the table for like a week and a half. So that's when it came out. And then since then, it's kind of like played out in my life. So both inspired and tarot. Okay, I have a bunch of cards here. And I'm going to hold them up to you as we go. I think. Yes. Okay. But there is a decision that you are being faced with that involves a pattern that you have clarity on, okay? Spirit has offered this situation as a measure of what you are ready to receive at this time, okay? This is, it's like a karmic stopping point, all right? There was a bunch of other cards, but these were the cards that, like, I felt really resonated for the whole, like as a whole. But, you know, there was judgment on the board as well. I'm not sure why I put that one away. But judgment, Wheel of Fortune, this is something that is taking place, whatever decision. This is some sort of major decision. This is some sort of bigger, excuse me, prayer for confirmation. There's some sort of bigger, it seems like an opportunity, okay? And that's on either side of this decision that is present at this time, okay? This pattern, whatever this pattern is, it could be in any area of life. Any area of life. Though I do believe this is with relationships, and romantic, platonic, familial, business. However, it could be in any area of life. There's just a major decision that is taking place surrounding a pattern that you are aware of, that you, I heard, have concluded, and a pattern that you understand, okay? You have clarity about what this pattern is within your life or within yourself or both, all right? Now, this is, it's, again, a karmic stopping point. Either way that this goes, you will end up at your destination either way, okay? Either choice here. Whatever you choose is not bad. You will make it home no matter if you take the road around the bout or the road right up the way. It doesn't matter which road you take, which path you take here. You get to choose. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. Have you learned it? Have you learned it fully? Are you ready to stop fighting with yourself in whatever this pattern is? Okay? Your true authentic self. Are you ready to stop fighting your true authentic self? Are you ready to release some sort of pattern here? Or may you need a little bit more experience to understand it, which happens. A little bit more experience. It happens. Okay? It can be like, okay, for example, I have a friend who has had a situation happen to them where it was a very big realization for them. They learned the lesson after one go. And it's been very painful. It's been very transformational for them, or they're in the process of this. But they seem to have learned after the first lesson. And it's a lesson that took me more than several experiences with in order to learn. Okay, so everybody learns at a different pace. We all need to experience things a number of times. Some people it's just once, like my friend. Some people it's 12. It takes however many times um, until we learn to put ourselves first. Is really what it is. No matter what the pattern is, it's typically putting ourselves, our true selves, not just ourselves, not in a selfish manner, right? Because it could be an unhealthy, it could be something that's really toxic towards other people as well. So it's not putting the self first in the way of a selfishness, it's putting the true self first. Okay, which means taking accountability for whatever way it may be toxic or whatever way it may be unhealthy. If it's self sacrificial or if it's abusive, we we are going to get met with the same lesson, the same cycle over and over again. Okay, manifest in different bodies, in different places, in different even perspectives. Even multiple perspectives can be split regarding the same pattern. Okay, it's tricky. It's tricky. And you go through it as many times as you need to in as many forms as you need to until you learn the lesson. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if you choose to move through the lesson again. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Eventually you're going to learn. Eventually you're going to learn. Okay, you are not bad for whichever way you choose, but you are being faced with a major decision at this time. You get to decide what you are ready for in your life. Are you ready to be authentic? Are you ready to let yourself free? Are you ready to claim what you want in this life and stick to it? Are you committed? Or do you need some more experience to understand what it is that you truly want, what it is that you truly need, where it is that you're truly going, who it is that you truly are? We're all at different parts in our journeys, and we're all on different journeys, unique to each individual. Again, whatever you choose is not bad. There is no right or wrong here. All right. There is what feels aligned for you at this time and what does not. There is what feels best and what feels disappointing or not quite understood. Okay? Or there's something in your body that it just doesn't quite feel right. All right? What you're needing right now is to focus on what feels right for you, what feels best for you based off the knowledge you have, based off the health that you have. What feels most aligned for you at this time? For you. All right? You have all the resources. You have all the resources that you need. Resources being, you have the time that you need, even if you may not think it. You have the time that you need. You have the energy you need, the attention you need. You have the material resources you need to make some sort of decision, okay? You have what you need. You don't need to, it's like you don't need to procrastinate further. You can, but you don't need to, okay? Now, you are being tasked to rest with those resources and contemplate what makes your heart feel more fulfilled. What makes your heart feel as though it is expanding? Okay, what feels like an opportunity? What makes your heart sing? Whether in relationship, in job opportunity, in residence, it could be maybe you're switching up your style. That could be kind of a major decision too. It's something major. It's not something minor. It's something bigger. Okay. Whether it's romantic partner, business opportunity, job opportunity, place of residence, a new vehicle, it's some sort of big decision here. Okay. What makes your heart sing? Yeah, I think I already said that. 1 second. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. I struggle with a hypothyroidism, and because of that, I have weakened immune system when it comes to respiratory issues. So, I caught something virally, like it was sinus and throat. And that went away, but it progressed into my lungs. So now I deal with bronchitis for the next few weeks. But it's okay. At least I have my voice back. I'm just glad to have my voice back. I don't know why I'm saying this in the middle of the reading instead of the beginning of the reading. What makes your heart sing? What beats the heart to a healthy rhythm? Okay, that's another thing, is choosing what is healthy for you. Okay, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. What is healthiest for you? All right, what excites you or is maybe not explored quite yet? What are you maybe new in? What are you a novice to at this time? What beats the heart to a healthy rhythm? I didn't mean to repeat that, my bad. If one path offers you a pattern you have enacted before, whether a behavior, coping mechanism, job, type of relationship, okay, are you in need of experiencing more of that to more fully understand something about yourself? Okay, there's been multiple times. So for example, there's been multiple times in my life where I have felt like I've already been through something, but I was drawn to repeat a cycle. I literally, there's been 3 separate times where I have recognized it, I have mentally recognized that I am about to repeat a cycle and verbally said, I guess I need to learn another lesson. Because, that's just me personally. I am like a student. I like to learn, even if that means doing things the fucking hard way. That's probably just the Scorpio in me, but there's times that we may need to, and whether you recognize it or not, whether you're conscious of it or unconscious of it, there are times that we need to repeat cycles. So ask yourself, do you need a little more experience? Do you fully understand the lesson? Do you fully understand the concept? Or are you still in the air about it? Are you still not fully do you still not have full comprehension of what is at play, of the karmic lesson, of what is to be learned, of where you are to make changes? Okay? It's not bad. It's not bad. This is what we are here to do as humans. If you are on a spiritual journey, right? That's what we're here to do, is to learn our lessons. We're in the school of life, and that's our entire life. So it's not bad if you have to repeat a lesson. Okay? When you repeat a lesson, you more fully understand things. If you just continued to go through things without fully understanding, then you would be going through life not knowing what the fuck you're doing, right? And then you wouldn't be able to help anyone, let alone yourself. Okay. That's a big message, actually. That felt kind of big. So do you need to experience something a little more, or do you fully understand the lesson, or do you fully understand this part of yourself? Because again, this is something about the authentic self. All right. Having clarity of the identity. Is there something that you still don't fully understand about yourself? And this likely could be something shadow related, okay? This could be some sort of conflict within the self. Or shadow not always meaning something bad. The shadow can be things like, bad, right? Jealousy or aggression or, et cetera, et cetera. Or it can be shame. It can be guilt. It can be depression. It can be, it's just the darker aspects of the self, the shadow. All right. Is there something in that shadow that you aren't accepting of, and you don't fully understand, therefore you don't fully accept it? Okay, these are questions to be asking yourself at this time. This is some heavy shadow work. Or do you already have the understanding? If this is something that you feel in your gut, there's something that's just not quite aligned. It's just something that's not quite right. Are you going to trust it? Or are you going to repeat a lesson? Do you need to repeat a lesson? It's not bad, either way. Do what feels right for you. Okay? What feels right? It's the body, it's the gut. Is there an internal struggle with you right now? Or is there an internal struggle, whether, mentally or in the emotions? Or is it in even further than that? If you're emotionally balanced and you're mentally balanced, is it spiritually upsetting? Is it energetically upsetting? Are you having physical symptoms? Okay. There's lots of deep questions here, I know, but they are necessary at this time to avoid stagnancy, restlessness, and anxiety. All right. You don't want to get trapped in the head. You have to make a decision. You can procrastinate, you can, but you're going to stay stuck in this energy until you make a final decision. Okay, there is opportunity here on either side. Opportunity to learn a lesson, opportunity to for something to expand. And it's growth either way, right? It's growth either way. It's just in different areas. Okay, do what feels right for you. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Oh, I put the cups away. I guess we had all three: Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Align the mind and the heart through solitary reflection and grounding practices. Maybe I didn't mean to put cups. Maybe I meant to put pentacles and I put cups there. But this has to do with the heart, okay? So it makes sense why I put cups there. Do what feels right to your heart. Okay, what makes your heart sing? What beats your heart at a healthy rhythm? Not anxiety, okay? Not underwhelming depression, super slow or super fast. What beats your heart at a healthy rhythm? And some advice I feel everyone resonating with this energy would benefit from hearing is choose yourself, your authentic self, your true self. What is true to your deep core? Okay, choose your heart's happiness and love. Don't let the mind get in the way. There's nothing you should be doing, rather what you choose to be doing. What you choose. You get to choose. Whatever this big decision is, this is something you get to choose. And that's not always the case. Okay, sometimes we have towers, right? Where it's forced upon us because either we were unknowing or we were unwilling, right? You get to choose in this situation. This is a choice that you are being faced with. And you may be procrastinating because you're looking for external guidance. You're not supposed to be looking for external guidance at this time or validation, whatever it is you're searching for externally. You are supposed to be asking yourself wholeheartedly, what feels best for me? What feels most aligned? What feels right? What feels like I am seen, heard, and understood by the job, by the person, by the opportunity, by the energy itself? Where do I feel like I am aligned, balanced? Okay, that's what you are to be asking yourself. All right, choose your heart's happiness and love. Don't let the mind get in the way. I already read these parts. Be true to you. You, okay? Not anybody else. Even if it involves another person. Okay, maybe you have a lesson in people pleasing. Stop putting the other's needs first. Put yourself first. You, be true to you, not to the other person, to you. What feels right to you? Okay, no matter if that involves communication, action, or taking a step back, right? Making this choice in your truth is what is most beneficial and loving to all parties, concepts, or objects present in the decision at hand. Because when you move from truth, when you move from what is aligned with your most authentic self at the core, that is moving out of love. That's moving out of love, in love. So that's what is most beneficial for everyone. What is true, okay? Make this choice authentically, choosing what aligns with your morals and values in a practical and realistic way. Your integrity is of utmost importance to you, to your karmic path, and to your mental health. Okay, be honest with yourself. Be extremely honest with yourself and move slowly. You're not being rushed, but it's to not procrastinate. It means if you're not making the decision, be thinking about it, right? Be reflecting and introspecting. All right, do not rush into your decisions. Think before you act and act with precision. Okay? These are the three archetypes we have. The sword, the warrior, which is, they go together. It's crazy. And the flame. All right, and I am going to read these from the book for you. Your essentials of life, by the way, your essentials of life in whatever form or dimension are your tools. Okay, so be looking at the essentials of this situation. Be looking at what is essential to you, to your truth, to your authenticity, to the survival, not the survival, the instinct of the instinct of the true self, not the survival, right? The pattern is with the survival. The experience is with the authenticity. Okay, with the core. Yep, we're gonna read from the archetype book. It's right here. All right. Oh, what one was first? We'll do the warrior. We're gonna do the warrior. Oh, sorry. Nope. I was just told we're gonna do the flame. So we're gonna do the flame. The tool. The tool is the flame. This is the tool that you are. Well, there's two tools. You have the sword as well. Okay, but it's overall, the overall energy is the flame. This, whatever decision you're being faced with, whatever major decision you are being faced with, it is in regards to your flame. Okay, it is, or the decision isn't just, it's not about the flame, but your flame is at the core of this decision. Okay? It's at the heart of the matter. Your flame is. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient... Hold on. I want you to look at this flame while I read this card, okay? The word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the flame, who cannot see the sacred around them, have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things that you have forgotten, and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. Okay, so you're being guided to look beyond the surface. We have the unseen here. No wonder to look beyond the surface. And oh, okay, and we have the kiss under that. So I really do feel like this has to do with relationships. Okay, of whatever kind with the kiss, and it could have to do with people pleasing. It could have to do, and we have the mother as well, it could have to do with people pleasing, of taking care of others and putting your needs to the side, of destroying the self in order to house another, or heal another, or fix another, which we cannot do. Okay? You are being guided to look beyond the situation, beyond what's at face value, beyond the the surface of whatever is going on, of whatever this major decision is, to look within to the inner flame, of the self especially. What calls to the heart, the poet? What calls to the soul, the mystic? What aligns you with your highest calling, the shaman? Okay, wind light, health, mental clarity, good digestion. All right, so there's also a message coming through here to be making sure that you are tending to your stomach at this time, okay? Kombucha, that came through. I don't drink kombucha, but that came through. Somebody might need kombucha. Or detox of any sort. Detox of any sort is going to be very beneficial at this time. Making sure you're eating clean and whole foods. Whole, organic if you can. I know not everyone can afford that. Okay, so just whole foods. Fruits and vegetables. Shit, they even make it hard to afford that these days, right? But do what you can, okay? Do what you can to feed your vessel with healthy foods, right? That's going to further align your body with the heart and the mind alignment that you are working towards at this time, okay? Or that you're being guided and called to choose from, act from. Speak from, because I'm going from my throat. Speak from. Okay. I'm going to read this part here. The archetypal fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage honors the flame. Okay. So yeah, what is at the basis of this is something to do with your health. Mental health, mental clarity, and good digestion, meaning more than just the stomach. This is about processing, the way you process things. Okay, the pattern. Good processing. What is confusing, or is it no longer confusing? And can you make a different decision than you have made in the past? Okay. Now, moving on to the warrior. The self here, the self. The samurai, the soldier, the advocate. By the way, all three of these cards came up upright. The unseen, the kiss, the sustainer, and the mother were both sideways. So it's something about a pattern surrounding, for most of you, not for all of you, but for most of you, it's going to be a pattern surrounding people pleasing, taking care of others, sabotaging the self, etc., whatever it might be. Okay. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand. That's why I love that it came out together. The sword came out after the warrior, but I thought it was these two cards that came out and the flame was on the back. So these to come out together is crazy to me. Sorry, I'll continue. The warrior has an armored figure with sword in hand, moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose, okay? Your purpose is not just to take care of others. Your purpose is not just to help, not just to heal. That may be part of your purpose, but that is not the sole purpose. You're not to self-sacrifice. You are not to throw yourself to the wayside to fulfill that part of your mission. It's not your sole purpose to just be a helper, a healer, a guider. It's more than that. You are more than that. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life. Oh, yep, I read that part. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one, with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions and deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles. So choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within. Then surrender to the battle, the authentic self, the core. Surrender to that, realign with that eternal wisdom within you. Then surrender to the battle. Okay, stop the war within the self. Or learn another lesson. Okay. When light, fierce clarity, So we have mental clarity and fierce clarity. There's something you have clarity about. There's a pattern you have clarity about. Okay, so you're being faced with, do you want to go through it again, or are you ready? Are you ready to close out this cycle, to relinquish this pattern that you have played out? Likely since your childhood, but not always, not necessarily, right? Win light, fierce clarity, purposeful action. Why am I apologizing? Fierce clarity, purposeful action, resolve, resilience. When dark, threats, savagery, abandoning mission and values, okay? Again, where I put here, where is it? Your integrity is of utmost importance to your karmic path and mental health. Choosing what aligns with your morals and values in a practical and realistic way. Okay, and I don't think I read the shadow of the flame. Excess heat and anger, complete darkness. All right, so there's something that has moved you to anger in the past, whatever pattern. Or when you played out this pattern, it moved you into darkness, into shadow, into depression, guilt, shame, aggression, jealousy. Why am I forgetting all of the other dark ones? But et cetera, okay? And so this is what this is something with the pattern you have clarity on. You get to choose differently. And that will affect how you feel. All right? There's a release that is open here. It's a complete closing of a pattern. You either completely close the pattern or you have another go around. Okay? It's either way. Again, not bad. Not bad either way. You get to decide. You get to choose. All right? You create your own reality and you get to choose here and now what happens next and what you receive in your life next. What are you ready for? Okay? The knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide, a major decision. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. Okay, again, you can no longer procrastinate. You can't procrastinate. Oh, that would be upside down, right? You can no longer procrastinate. If you are not making the decision, then you have to at least be thinking about it, introspecting and reflecting, okay? This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. As I had said here, making this choice in your truth is what is most beneficial and loving, even if others may see it, again, as hasty or violent. If you are moving from the truth, that is the most compassionate, responsible, and loving thing that you can do for the self and for the other. Okay? Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. Okay? This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. This is something about the true, authentic self. Removing yourself from some sort of generational pattern. Okay, this isn't just sitting with you. This is why it is a major decision, even if in the physical it may seem like something that is not quite so big. The roots of this are very, very deep. Again, with the warrior. Okay, I should keep all these pages marked here. The warrior, that was number 10. 10, a completion, right? A completion, a whole cycle completion here. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. This is something this is a generational cycle that is going to be closed out here, that you have the opportunity to close out here. As long as it may take. There's something about timing here, okay? Ooh, my nose is so itchy. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. When light, cutting through to what is essential. That Ace of Pentacles again, the essentials, the bare necessities of your authentic core self. okay, of your truth. When dark, it is hasty backstabbing, a dull and painful blade. Okay, so these are the shadows, the patterns that are being closed out. Okay, they came in the upright, they are in the light. You have clarity on the way that a certain pattern has affected you in the past. Now you get to play out that pattern again, or you get to rise above like a phoenix from this pattern. You get to choose better for yourself. Okay? This is your choice. This is your choice. Are you going to choose better for yourself, or are you not fully aligned with yourself yet, or with your self-love, your self-authenticity, your radical self-acceptance, in order to make the decision to choose yourself? Do you choose yourself? Or do you choose the other? Even if this isn't about a relationship, okay? It involves choosing yourself or choosing the other. You are wielding this decision. You are wielding this decision. This is up to you. I know that feels big, but you have the power. Again, you have all the resources you need. You have it all within you. It comes from deep within your core. This is a solar plexus heart-based movement. Okay, you are living out. You are to be living out your authenticity, your truth, your soul nature. Okay? Or you need to learn more. Do you need to learn more about your shadow and more about the other in order to relinquish this pattern? In order to love yourself, fully love yourself, radically accept yourself? Come into self-trust and self-knowing. Charity begins at home, and justice begins next door. Charity begins at home, and justice begins next door. The most loving thing that you can do is moving from truth. Even if it may look from the outside as though, or to the other as though it is hasty or violent and they don't understand it. If it is your truth, it is the most loving way that you can move. Okay? So, I hope that this found everyone that it was meant for. I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. And if this did resonate, please do leave a like, comment if you feel drawn. And if you would like to see more readings, more messages, more videos from me, do subscribe, all right? And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.